Hi everyone, I'm going to talk you through Athene today through the eyes of Carol. So Carol is our user. Who is she? Well, she is one of the 96% of professionals who is slightly overwhelmed in the AI era. So Carol has just got ChatGPT at work because her team approved it, and she knows that there are a lot of other tools out there. So, 13,000 plus AI tools that are out there at the moment. She knows there's something that will probably help her in her workflow as well, but she doesn't really have the time to look for it. She's quite busy at work. She's not super interested. And so she comes to Athene, and so she signs into Athene, and this is what Athene does for her. It is her AI sidekick. It helps her to navigate through this AI powered era. So it's not another tool, it's actually the missing navigation mid layer that makes all other tools usable for real people in real jobs. So here in the sidekick section is what we know about Carol. Everything on Athene is completely tailored to Carol and her work. So here we know a little bit about her work context, whether she works in a team or more individually, what sort of industry and role she has, her communication style, which is actually really important, when she's talking to her LLM, that it has a communication style that suits her, because sometimes that can be the difference between AI adoption and total blockage. And then AI learning. So where is she on that AI skills curve? Is she a beginner? Has she been using it quite a lot? And that helps us to tailor recommendations really carefully for her. So what does her AI sidekick do? Well, it does three things in particular. First of all, we can see from the tools section, at the moment it works with these three tools, but the toolbox is where we matched exactly the right tools, agents, and automations to Carol's particular workflow. So we know what Carol's working on at the moment, what her tasks are, if she has any blockages or areas for improvement or speeding up or quality improvements, and we can match her with exactly the right tools she needs to do that. And then the second thing that it does is from the springboard, she can use pre-engineered prompts in order to talk to her LLM in a really targeted way and get value from it immediately. So when she comes here, she finds a pre-written prompt where all she needs to do is to fill in the gaps with all of her information that she wants. And then when she clicks use this with Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT, or if she's in marketing, it might have Jasper there, or you might have various toolboxes. You click through to ChatGPT and it's taken that pre-engineered prompt with it. And so it's all perfectly engineered for her. But what it's also done is taken Carol's context with her. So it means that she always gets back a perfect email, exactly what she needs, or a perfect result from her LLM, because not only is that prompt perfectly engineered, but it's also taken some information with it about Carol's workflow and what's important to her right now. So it makes sure that she's getting value from her tools right away. And then the third thing that it does is it really finely matches Carol to the right skills she needs in order to kind of 10x herself. So we take, for example, if Carol works in marketing, it's worth her spending maybe an hour of her day going off and learning how to automate all social media content. So if she learns how to do that on Make or Zapier, for example, she's 10x herself immediately. So that is a really specific skill that it's worth Carol spending some time on. But that same skill for someone like a senior CFO or an executive assistant doesn't have the same impact or ROI at all. So we're really particular about matching the right skills to the right workflows. And then the other good thing that we can do is Carol's bot. So this is where she's also learning basic foundational literacy and AI literacy. But from here, her boss can see exactly what tools his team is using with what kind of intensity. So he can see usage. He can see something about the skills development of his team. So whether they're moving up that AI curve together. And he can also see exactly what his ROI is. So he can see which use cases are being used, how many hours time savings or pound or dollar savings that equates to. And he can see exactly what's working, what's not working, and what to scale. So with hundreds of billions being spent on AI projects across the world, but a really sad 74% rate of failure, that means 74% of AI projects are currently failing to deliver any ROI at all in business, then really we need to crack this problem of AI capability and enablement. And that's exactly what Athene does. So at the moment, estimates are between 7 and 15 trillion is going to be added to the economy by 2030, if, and that's a big if, AI is integrated properly into businesses. Athene does that integration. So it changes that 74% failure rate into an extremely high success rate where all the tools are being used really effectively.